Calling all sport marmots, buffacorns, megabuffacorns, converge on the Mile High City. 5,000 individuals worldwide from 75 countries coming to build and fortify the future of the decentralized lands. Welcome to ETHDenver 2021. Hello, everybody. Greetings from the Mile High City. I'm John. I'm Kent, and we're your hosts for the opening ceremonies today. We would normally be looking at all of your lovely faces, but due to extenuating circumstances, we're all doing things through the ethersphere today. Seems somewhat appropriate because the decentralized world is absolutely going to be distributed just like this.
That's right. We miss you guys. We wish we could all come in person, but we're going to have a lot of fun over the next week.
So we're going to just jump into the, we're going to jump into everything. I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. So we'll just do our welcome again. Welcome to ETHDenver 2021. We're glad to see you. We're happy to be here, and we're thrilled to announce literally experiences of the future with ETHDenver. So to start off, we're just going to kind of talk a little bit about what this has always been about for us, just as a reminder. As much as we've got 5,000 people, 400 projects from 75 countries who have become alumni of the ETHDenver community. Today is actually about looking forward, but remembering our past.
By the way, these are golden sports, in case you were wondering. So yes, let's talk about community for a second. The last ETHDenver was in mid-February last year, just before the stuff hit the fan, or as you said yesterday, the poop hit the scoop. It's been a hell of a year, lots of ups and downs. We hope you and your family are healthy and safe. What's been remarkable, though, is in the midst of all this turmoil, this technology is actually, it's proven itself out. Things are really starting to happen now, as we can see before our eyes. The interesting thing is, for anybody that's been in this space for a while, it's actually not too surprising. We kind of always had a sense this could happen. And why that conviction? I think it really comes down to the community. The community is the secret sauce of this ecosystem. It really always has been. I think it always will be. And this is part of what ETHDenver is all about, bringing us together to collaborate, to build, and have a lot of fun.
So just to refresh the three pillars of the ETHDenver community, these are the cornerstones, if you will. Although there's not four, think about this as the corners of our pyramid that really support the entire foundation of what we're about. The first is education. You'll notice that you didn't pay anything to be here. You'll never pay anything to be here. And we aggregate some of the most rich, deep content from all over the world when it comes to this decentralized technology. And we don't believe in paywalls. We don't believe in holding back this knowledge and this wealth of opportunity because of some class or status or anything like that. In fact, what's really great and ironic about ETHDenver 2021 is the fact that we're doing this remotely is giving us an opportunity to include even more people on a global basis than we had before.
It's a good silver lining for sure.
So community is the second thing. So Ken talks a lot about community, and it's really something that we're passionate about because, see, community for us is really the thing that makes Ethereum unique. When you look around, there's no shortage of good technology. In fact, there's some brilliant minds, geniuses working on things, but the differentiation is the community, the ethos of the ETHDenver and the Ethereum communities. And without BUIDling together, there really isn't anything to do. So it's really the three things come together that make everything unique. Now, speaking of BUIDL, like we've seen some pretty incredible things over the years. And when it comes to the actual like hackathon or the BUIDLathon, as we prefer to call it, you can really pretty much choose what you want to do, right? I mean, we're not going to prescribe anybody to do anything. We're not going to tell you what you need to build. You get to choose from all sorts of things.
And then these days, it's easier than ever to find something to build on. Whereas before, it was maybe kind of a little bit more nebulous. Like, what should I work on? There's so many choices now when you're getting ready to work on a project, whether you're a developer or you want to get involved in a different way with the hackathon. Infrastructure is just always an ongoing thing that's needed. Better UX, UI. Layer 2 is near and dear to my heart. I think it's the most fascinating question in Ethereum today is how are these layer 2s going to get spun up? So much to explore there. Games, of course. The idea of crypto games has been around for a while, but now it's starting to get really interesting.
You're going to experience a lot of that this week.
Yes, we'll be showing you some of that directly. You have an opportunity to get hands-on with games.
Remember, we're all about the experiences at ETHDenver. We're going to go through some of the games that we're going to be playing here shortly, and it's going to blow your mind.
DeFi, of course, kind of goes without saying, but this space is just growing exponentially more cool with every passing month, and we all have a chance to jump in and get down and dirty with DeFi. And then, of course, NFTs and collectibles, and this has been one of the most surprising things. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty involved in crypto, but somehow the explosion that's happening in NFTs was under my radar for a while. I think it's because non-crypto native people are coming to the space and doing their own things, which is so cool.
It's a big on-ramp. The creative community is something that we're emphasizing quite a bit this year. And by the way, I'm going to do this sometimes, shout out our art stewards who've done a mind-blowing job in creating a digital art experience for you. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then there's always the things that no one's thought of.
Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit.
What's the next thing? Who knows? That's what's the beauty of events like ETHDenver is it's a giant tent and a blank canvas, and come and build something that no one's thought of. No one's going to stop you. You don't need permission. It's completely permissionless to be here. It's permissionless to build, and it's permissionless to express your unique creativity. So you do you. That's the theme of ETHDenver. Now, we're all bufficorns. Now, just a little quick backdrop on the bufficorn story and the spork marmot. The bufficorn is really about the magic of the unicorn and the collaboration of the buffalo. And when they come together, it creates something really, really mystical. And we're all bufficorns. This isn't ETHDenver's branding. This is a representation of you, our community. So adopt it. Now, the spork marmot is the crazy, wily guy who brings in the reinforcements. He's got his tools to come help fortify. So in collaboration, builds the future together. Now, one thing that has just blown my mind, Kent, is the amount of community sponsorship and support that we've gotten this year. You would think that a virtual event would be like, well, I don't know. And we did certainly hear some of that in the beginning. But as we sort of shared the vision and sort of the experiential components of this, we are distributing over $250,000 in prizes, bounties, and convertible grants. So we're going to be partnering with the top projects in the world to support our community in building this next epoch of where we go next.
So we can't emphasize this enough. It's very important to us that ETHDenver, it's always been free. It always will be. This is about giving resources and the opportunity to connect to the community. That wouldn't be possible without the sponsors, and we have so many great ones. So
it's amazing. And to be perfectly honest, to spend the time here, we just don't have it in the first opening ceremonies. But please visit the GamerJab instances, go to the tables, go to the booths, check out ETHDenver.com, and we're just our gratitude to the sponsors for supporting us. You're going to hear from several of them coming up, so we'll let them speak for themselves as well. So looking back a little bit in the rearview mirror in the time machine, it's sort of interesting to see how the seed of ideas at whether it's a conference like ECC or it's ETHDenver or ETH New York or ETH India, wherever they might be, these seeds of ideas have a tendency to germinate and spawn into some pretty interesting things.
What you build in this hackathon could change the world, and that's not hyperbole. A good example, so here's Hugh Karp introducing Nexus Mutual at ETHCC in 2018. A cool idea, but at the time just kind of a theory. DeFi wasn't even really a thing yet. Fast forward to today. Next slide there. And as you may have seen, the adoption of decentralized insurance, now this idea, this little seed that started, 2018, is now insured over $400 million in value. Actually, probably more now. It's a phenomenal thing. It's not actually, and it's a great story, but there's many examples of this too. So bringing it a little bit closer to home, we have some examples of projects that started at ETHDenver that have gotten quite a lot of adoption.
So I'm just going to give a shout out to Patricio, who has been stalwart, supporter and steward of ETHDenver. POAP actually was hatched in 2019 at ETHDenver, and you're going to find that we always do the dog fooding of technology in projects. We've created a POAP experience for you that you will never forget. There's over 50 NFT collectibles that you'll be able to collect from engaging in the ecosystem, different spaces, participation, contributions, and expressions of your own unique creativity. Another one that I think is cool is I've had a couple of conversations with projects as they come back and they start talking about contributing. So last year we had Pool Together come and say, hey, we want to give back to the community. We were hatched and then we incubated and we raised capital and now here we are. Look at the things that we're doing and it's really remarkable. And then One Exchange was just a little puppy, or I guess a little mini corn when they decided to come to ETHDenver 2019 after they had hacked themselves ETH New York.
Again, a perfect example of a DApp that it was kind of a cool idea. They sensed a need to aggregate DEXs, and here we are in 2021, and they're really a fundamental part of the DeFi ecosystem.
And they've come back, and now they're supporting ETHDenver in a really big way. In fact, they're sponsoring our closing party. You don't want to miss that. We've got some really, really exciting things to do together. So all this is an illustration to say that anyone can do this. We're all bufficorns. We're just trying to get out of your way so that you can do it in the best way that you know how.
And then finally, kind of a meta example here, just the Ethereum community here in Denver. Back in the day, we used to hang out at bars, 10 people sitting around talking about, is this thing ever going to work out? It was speculative, it was fun, but we had a sense, an inkling that maybe this would turn into something that could really be a game changer for tech and society. And here we are. Of course, this is last year, and I believe we have thousands attending at this.
We're expecting upwards of 5,000 people to join the live stream. We've got thousands of people that have actually registered for the official events, and we're still leaving the doors open so that people can get in. So this is where we're going to take it. We're going to run through really quickly to, we're going to run through really quickly. I'm just going to swing my mic over here. I'm getting a little cue from our audio folks. We're going to just run through a few projects that are here in Colorado. As you know, ColoradoJam is a thing this year. I'm not going to spend any time talking about that because our next up speaker is actually going to do that himself. So we've got Electric Coin Company, that would be Zcash. We've got Opolis, weird, I don't know anything about those guys.
My crypto brothers and sisters at ShapeShift.
We've got the Getters of Coins and Mr. Less Talky, more Owaki up in Boulder. And all we've got to say is, look, thank you to our Colorado supporters and prepared to experience the future. So quickly, because we're short on time, I'm just gonna run through some of the experiences that you can see here in ETHDenver. We've got an art gallery virtually with NFTs that are literally like the best I've ever seen as far as digital art collectibles. You'll be able to experience all of this art in crypto voxels. So you can actually in 3D wander around a space that was custom created for this art to be displayed. And the proceeds will actually go to Black Love Mural Festival, which is the first all-Black art festival, mural festival in the world, and actually takes place here in Denver. So the proceeds, in part from the auction, will go to support that cause. If you haven't seen the videos in GamerJob, this is actually me as a rainbow bufficorn. If
you ever wanted to see a bufficorn throw down some sick beats, this is your opportunity.
This is the one. And then we even built a replica of the sports castle in Minecraft. And tonight there will be a melee where we award ETH prizes for the winners in our Royal Rumble. Now back to POAP. You want to talk about gamification? I mentioned the collectibles. There's over 50 of them to collect. Remember the bufficorn skin that I showed you for GamerJob? You can earn different skins and rock them as you walk around the space and you'll be able to keep these NFTs forever, some of which will be incredibly rare. And then there's Vertly. Vertly is our collaboration software. Actually, I've got our next speaker in my screenshot right here, Russell Castanero, coming up. And this is where you can collaborate with your team, meet people, get mentors, learn new things. It's like Zoom on steroids. So this is nothing like you've experienced before in a hackathon online. Now our schedule.
So, here at ETHDenver, we are on local Buffacorn time, so that's GMT, of course. As you're looking at what to do and trying to plan out the events for the next week, it's fairly easy. Go to ETHDenver.com/schedule. Everything is listed right there. The cool thing, if you see an event you like ahead of time, just add it to your calendar. If you want to see the stream in real time, just click on mainnet live stream. And then finally, a few hours after every event is finished, you can come back and the video will be posted there.
We'll post videos so that you can revisit them and your favorite speakers, and they'll be here in perpetuity. So ETHDenver.com for all of your resources and logistics. If you have a question, go there. If you don't have if you're still curious and you're not sure, hit hello@ETHDenver.com. Our support stewards will help you at any time. There's also other resources, sponsors, people around, stewards everywhere in the Ether space looking to help you. So with that, I'm going to say thank you to everyone for coming. Kent, thank you for your support. Thank you for all of your hard labor. I don't know if you know everybody, but Kent is the grandfather of the Ethereum Denver ecosystem. He founded the original meetup in which all of this was spawned, so we're very thankful for him.
And now I have a spork.
So with that, we're going to move on to our next speaker, and we're going to introduce ColoradoJam. We're going to have a quick break. Between sets, we're going to have about a 2 minute, like a 1 minute switchover period just to make sure that we get everybody sort of in and out of things correctly. So we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.